You think you're alone on a dark road. You're not. Something is always waiting, and when you finally see it, that one flash of terror, that's the moment it wins. Every journey starts with a choice, a turn you didn't plan to take. But what if that road doesn't just lead to a destination? What if it leads into the arms of something unseen? Tonight we explore an old fear, the phantom hitchhiker, those ghostly travelers who appear on lonely highways, seeking rides that never end. But maybe they're not lost souls at all. Maybe they're hunting for company. From Japan's tek-tek to America's vanishing hitchhikers, these stories echo across continents. A woman in white, a foggy road, a scream that never fades. Usually, they're victims of tragedy, forever replaying the moment of their death. But one legend stands apart. A narrow stretch of highway called Blackwood Road. Locals whisper about a girl named Sarah, killed in a crash decades ago. But what makes her story different is that she doesn't seem to want a ride home. She wants something else. Our story begins with two sisters, Chloe 17 and Maya 15. It was late autumn, and Chloe decided to take a scenic shortcut down Blackwood Road, eager to beat the evening traffic despite her younger sister's protests. The fog rolled in unnaturally thick, pressing against the windshield like breath. It swallowed the trees on either side, muting the world until all that existed was their car and the narrow ribbon of asphalt ahead. The air grew cold, and an unspoken tension filled the small space between them. Then Maya saw her standing by the roadside, motionless in the pale, searching beam of the headlights, a young woman in a vintage white dress. The fabric was torn and stained with what looked like mud, clinging to her gaunt frame. Her face was obscured by a curtain of long dark hair, but her posture was rigid, unnatural. Chloe nervously, "Did you see that someone's hitchhiking out here?" Maya barely whispering, "Chloe, she's not moving. And her shadow, it's wrong." Narrator, Chloe forced a laugh, a sharp, brittle sound that did nothing to ease the chill in the car. She kept driving, her knuckles white on the steering wheel, but as they turned the next bend, the radio, which had been playing a soft pop song, cut to a piercing static. The air went heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and something else, something cloyingly sweet, like wilted flowers. And there she was again, closer this time, so close they could see the vacant expression in her eyes. Chloe slammed the brakes, the car skidded to a halt, tires screaming in protest. The world fell silent, as if the night itself was holding its breath, waiting. Before I tell you what happened next, pause and take a breath. If you want to hear what the sisters saw when the road began to twist around, then subscribe now, hit the like button, and share this story so others hear the warning of Blackwood Road. They drove all night, too afraid to look back, taking the longest, most brightly lit route home. But sleep wouldn't come. Every creak of the old house, every shadow in the corner of their eyes, sent a fresh wave of panic through them. By morning, Maya was pale, her body trembling, muttering that someone had followed them home, that she could still feel the cold from the roadside seeping under their door. They searched the name Sarah, Blackwood Road, their fingers flying across the keyboard with a frantic energy, and there it was, an old newspaper clipping from a local gazette, digitized and archived online. The headline read, "Local teen lost in tragic accident, a fatal crash from October 1967, a young woman, Sarah Blackwood, lost in the fog on her way home from a dance." Her car had veered off the road and into the dense woods. But that wasn't the worst part. Deeper searches led them to obscure online forums, digital ghost towns where users shared local folklore. Old posts, dating back years, spoke of other disappearances on Blackwood Road, always on the same night of the year, always on the same treacherous curve. People reported seeing a woman in white, sometimes waving, sometimes standing perfectly still, and then they were never seen again. For Chloe and Maya, what began as a terrifying encounter spiraled into a chilling obsession. They had to go back, not because they wanted to, but because something in that fog was calling them, a silent, insistent pull they couldn't ignore. The following night, they returned. The road was slick and silver under the headlights, the fog even denser than before, curling like smoke from a freshly dug grave. The silence was absolute, broken only by the hum of the engine and the frantic thumping of their own hearts. The radio flickered, a voice broke through the static, a whisper, stretched and cracked with age and sorrow. Ghostly voice, distorted, "Help me." And there she was, not beside the road this time, but standing in the center of it, directly in their path, pale, hollow-eyed, the same mud-stained dress, now appearing impossibly white against the oppressive dark. Her head was tilted, her hair plastered to her face, and her arms hung limply at her sides. Maya screaming, "Chloe, drive." Chloe slammed the accelerator. The engine roared, the tires shrieked on the wet pavement. For a split second as the car surged forward, Sarah's hand brushed against the passenger side window and the world froze. A spiderweb of frost instantly bloomed across the glass where her fingers had touched. Then nothing, no impact, no body, no sound, only the whisper of their own ragged breathing and a lingering icy cold. But deep inside the static, one faint voice lingered, no longer pleading, but promising, ghostly voice. "I'm not done yet." What did they see that night? Some say it's residual energy, a haunting replay of the past, a tragic moment trapped in a loop. Others claim she's a psychopomp or soul collector, waiting for her turn to escape the lonely purgatory of Blackwood Road by finding a replacement. And maybe Blackwood Road doesn't just claim the lost, it replaces them. One soul for another, an endless, terrifying exchange. When Chloe and Maya checked the dashcam later, their last hope for proof, the footage was blank, corrupted. The screen showed nothing. No figure, no fog, just their own terrified screams and a distinct, ominous hum of a dead engine, even though they knew it had been running the entire time. A week passed. They swore never to speak of it again, trying to bury the memory under the mundane routines of school and life. But one morning, as Maya was getting ready, she reached into her jacket pocket and froze. Her fingers closed around a small, hard object. She pulled it out. A single mud-stained button, old hand-stitched from bone or shell, exactly like the ones from Sarah's dress in the grainy newspaper photo. Sometimes what you meet on the road doesn't stay there. Sometimes it follows you home. If this story sent a chill down your spine, subscribe for more tales that hide in the dark corners of our world. Like this video, share it with someone brave enough to drive at night, and tell us in the comments what's your strangest road encounter. Because next time, the ghost might not be waiting on the roadside. It might already be in your back seat.